Hey, it's Megan with Historical Home Rehab. And if you have walls like I do with awful texture, and you either want smooth walls or you want some other kind of texture, then this video is going to be for you. I've seen the videos on YouTube where people will sand their texture off and just make it smooth that way. I cannot stand sanding drywall if I don't have to. And so I can see the benefit of that, maybe if your texture is super thick or if it kind of like stands up a lot, like maybe like a crow's foot texture or something like that. But in most cases, I think you could probably do what I'm gonna do, which is just float over the top of it. Before you start floating, you need to check your walls and make sure there's nothing that you need to repair first. Any holes, cracks, things like this, like nail pops, those need to be fixed first before you can float over the top.
You're going to also want to remove your outlet covers and wipe any dust from the walls. I'm planning on replacing my baseboards, so I'm going to go ahead and take these old ones off now too. Once all your prep work is done, then you're going to use your trowel or your taping knife and just start spreading a thin layer of mud across the entire wall.
With this first layer, you really don't want to get it on too thick. You just want to be able to see that you're getting some in every spot on the wall. You're going to come back and do 2, maybe even 3 layers. So don't stress too much about getting it all perfect on this first one.
The only thing that you do want to avoid are these little ridges. And basically what that means is you have too much mud on your knife, and so you just need to scrape the knife off between each pass until the ridge goes away. Again, if you mess up and you leave some of these, it's not the end of the world. You'll just have to go back and sand later.
Okay, I'm done with the first coat. I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and then I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do another 1, maybe 2 coats, letting it dry completely in between each one. You'll know when it's dry because the entire wall will be white. If you're still seeing some dark areas like this, it's not dry yet.
If you miss smoothing out any ridges from the day before, all you really need to do now at this point is just take your taping knife and scrape it off.
I've done a total of 3 thin layers, and at this point the wall's almost perfectly smooth. So next I'm going to take my sandpaper and I'm just going to really lightly sand over the top just to get anything I may have missed. When you're sanding large areas like this, you kind of have a couple of options. You can do a hand sander, or you can do one that's on the end of a pole. So this will help you basically not have to get up on the ladder as much. And then this one, it's good for like getting you kind of close to the wall so you can feel with one hand, sand with the other, and just kind of see real closely what you need. So I'm going to do kind of a mixture of both.
The last thing you need to do is wipe off your wall to remove all the dust, and then you're ready to either paint or add your texture.
If this video was helpful for you, then please consider subscribing to my channel. My goal is to continue making these simple how-to videos, with my next one in this series being how to do a knockdown texture.